In its hunger and thirst, it caught the sweet scent of honey wafting through the wind. On a tall branch in the freezing forest, a giant beehive hid among the leaves. Despite the risks, Ragnar quickly climbed up. Its sharp claws gripped the frost-covered trunk tightly, each step bringing it closer to the beehive. But it did not know that the Siberian forest bees were not like ordinary bees. Ragnar struck the beehive hard, tearing through the outer layer. Golden honey flowed out, dripping onto the white snow below. But at that moment, a nightmare began. They not only attacked, but also had a more terrifying habit. They built their nests right on their enemies. A blizzard howls through the Siberian forest. Amidst the freezing snow, a young white tiger named Luna struggles desperately. Its neck is caught in barbed wire left behind by poachers. Blood drips onto the white snow, staining a patch of the forest red. Nature is brutal, but kindness still remains. Another life is saved. Another ray of hope is ignited in the cold, snowy forest. In the brutal cold of Siberia, an invisible force is invading the rulers of the wilderness. A bloodthirsty swarm of parasites has cast a curse upon the strongest beasts. Kai knew that if he didn't save his mother, she would die. He decided to search for humans, the ones he had heard could heal animals. The Virunga forest, once a wild paradise, has now turned into a nightmare. The strongest animals, tigers, leopards, elephants, whales, monkeys, and other creatures, are being invaded by a terrifying parasite. They not only suck blood, but also burrow deep into the host's body, multiplying and turning the unfortunate creatures into mobile living nests. They not only suck blood, but also burrow deep into the host's body, multiplying and turning the unfortunate creatures into mobile living nests. When nature becomes a prison, when flesh becomes the territory of parasites, does anyone dare to enter the dead forest to rescue the innocent creatures? At the Wildlife Rescue Station, an urgent call from the patrol team came in. Rescue worker panicking. We found animals screaming in the forest. On its back is a group of bizarre creatures. They are eating it from the inside. We need a rescue team immediately. A parasitologist immediately assembled a rescue team. They prepared antiparasitic medication, stun weapons, and tranquilizer guns. A helicopter took off immediately, heading into the forest where the animals in need of rescue were located. At the scene, a giant bear writhed in pain. Strange tumors appeared all over its body, but more horrifying, those tumors were moving. A tumor burst open, and hundreds of parasites crawled out, wriggling on the elephant's skin. They resembled worms, but had sharp teeth that dug deep into the host's skin. In the vast ocean, a gigantic shadow drifts aimlessly. It is an old, weak humpback whale, but the horror lies not in its size, but in what is clinging to its body. Thousands of seashells, parasitic clams, and mollusks have completely covered the back of the whale. Its skin is no longer a shiny blue-black, but is now covered by a rough, coarse layer. Dense like a living coral reef, every time it moves, the clams open up, revealing the slimy flesh inside. At an ocean research station, Dr. Harrison, a marine biology expert, received an unusual signal from the radar. A giant whale was drifting, emitting desperate cries for help. A rescue team was dispatched by boat and helicopter, equipped with special tools, a laser knife to cut away parasites, giant disinfectants, and a high-pressure water pump. They not only suck blood, they are turning the goat into a nest to breed. The rescue team shot it with tranquilizers, but the goat cried out, losing control. The parasites had eaten into its nerves, causing it pain. They not only suck blood, they are turning the deer into a nest to breed. The rescue team shot it with tranquilizers, but the deer screamed, losing control. The parasites had eaten into its nerves, driving it insane. Quickly inject antibiotics and treat the wound before it's too late. They rushed in, using chemicals to wash and cut away the infected parts of the body, cleaning the wound. The camel was panting, but it had been saved. After rescuing the camel, the rescue team continued deeper into the forest. But just when they thought everything was fine, a shrill neigh echoed. A horse appeared, but it was no longer a horse. Both of its eyes were covered by a layer of parasites, with larvae emerging from its flesh. It was completely controlled by the monster inside. They have taken control of its entire nervous system. There was no other choice. They had to fight to save the wild bull that was writhing with parasites clinging to its flesh. The sea turtles wash ashore with deformed bodies, their shells covered by thousands of parasites. These creatures not only suck blood, but also reproduce inside the turtles' bodies, turning them into living nests. A rescue team was immediately deployed. They used laser knives, antiseptics, and scalpels to scrape off the parasites from the turtle. The battle lasted for hours, with blood and larvae flooding the beach. Finally, the turtles were rescued and released back into the ocean. But one question remains unanswered. How many other turtles are still carrying the seeds of monsters deep beneath the sea? Thank you for taking the time to watch. Goodbye, and see you again.